now this is going on to new territory. I haven't yet done this. This will be my first playthrough of these missions. For this one, we're going to go ahead and play a little bit more normally, meaning I will loot stuff and sneak around, and you'll see how much different that results in as a video. So I really think going for the more action-oriented approach, or the quicker approaches, is better.
I have a job. The urgent kind. Someone is yanking my friend's drones out of the sky. Check out the coordinates. Find out who is responsible. The details are attached.
A good friend of mine, Mosquito, is running an op in the Badlands. He packs a chem shipment in a drone and sends it off to the city. Then when he gets his eddies wired, he slices off a piece for me. The problem now is those drones aren't making roost at their destinations. Someone's plucking them out of the sky along the way. We sent the last drone with a GPS tag. The thieves took the bait and we're getting pinged from the transmitter. You follow that ping, then make sure Mosquito's birds can fly free once again. Trying to toggle him.
Mean!
What's going on here?
Who's there?
Alright, well, I'm gonna load. Sometimes V just slams the body down with supersonic speed. When you load, everybody forgets what they were doing. I turn this back on so I can manually disable it. By manually disabling it, I can get more experience. Now, see, generally I edit out all this stuff here. Looking around the cameras, pinging everybody I can. Sometimes it doesn't ping even if I look right at them.
So I tell her if it's an interview she wants, then no names, but we do dinner. Maybe breakfast in the morning after.
Nice. So, you do get it on or what?
Fucking wish. All I got was some coupons for Caliente. You believe that shit?
Huh? Might as well take a look. Nothing out of the ordinary. Great. Just great. This ain't my lucky day.
So I do all this to get extra engineering experience. So yeah, these are all the reasons why I typically don't. This is not part of the regular recording.
Huh? Might as well take a look.
Huh? What now? did I just say? It ain't working, all right? What? No, it doesn't shoot, doesn't turn, doesn't do fuck all. Turn off and... Are you fucking kidding me? Huh?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch it.
I'll cut off your arms and your legs and make you my meat. Look on the bright side. I'm not even gonna torture you.
I will at least spare you my hacking of the access points. I didn't finish checking out this computer yet. Busy dealing with all the threats near me. So we have turrets, surveillance system. Trying to target it. I'm just gonna get caught. So yeah, what you don't see is me planning out the most effective, efficient, and exciting, or potentially exciting, route. I'm waiting for that sniper to come back down, and I'm gonna just get him from behind. It's not come back yet. Dude, you have eyes on the back of your head or what?
Man, this transmitter takes me back.
How so?
Back in 2020, we used them for pirate broadcasts. You know, blasting hardcore punk on badge frequencies and whatnot.
So this must be how Raph and Shiv hacked those drones.
Was beginning to think you'd never figure it out.
Make it friendly. Then disable it again. Might need to take this guy out before I power it off. Hopefully he's the last one, or I'm just gonna make everyone aware of my presence. Pacified. See, that was not quite as exciting as it normally is. Now that we know what to expect from this mission, let's try it again, but smoothly. To begin with, you can't power jump while you're being spoken to on the phone. But there is a way around that in this case. I can just knock on the fence with a hammer.
V, I have a job. The urgent kind. Someone is yanking my friend's drones out of the sky. Check out the coordinates. Find out who is responsible. The details are attached.
Now, I didn't hack this before because I thought it was a breach protocol. No, this is actual dialogue that you can have with Johnny.
You'd think every smartass would have encrypted their comms by now. Anyway, what's the message say?
Raph and Shiv bought a virus, and they're broadcasting it around via an aerial transmitter.
Wasn't there an antenna around here?
Mm-hmm. Not for much longer, it won't be.
Nuh-uh, don't like it.
Whoops. I meant to do friendly, but that's fine.
Man, this transmitter takes me back.
How so?
Back in 2020, we used them for pirate broadcasts. You know, blasting hardcore punk on badge frequencies.
Better put it out of its misery. Once and for all.
Nice work on that antenna. The tricky part of having a head is knowing how to use it, but not for you, V. Mosquito's roots are safe and secure again. The contract is closed, and closed well.
I would have liked it better if I snuck out as quietly as I went in, but an exciting exit is good too.
V, I hear a war vet's barricaded himself at home. The neighbors heard shots. Figure out the sitch and keep me posted, okay? Sending details now.
Wait for stamina to recover. Alright, so this dude, he accidentally killed his own family. There's mines at the front. Let's put on some walking shoes, because getting to this house is a bit of a climb. Can't say much from the bottom, but folks say there was a heavy shootout, so I'm guessing this wasn't no family quarrel. Plus it's settled by now, but I'd still watch my step if I were you. Got our guy, knocked him out. Must have had a rough pass, because I've never seen anyone more paranoid about security. Tried coating his own ice, but all he did was cause a power outage. Family must have come by to check it out, and that's when the defense system's activated. Wonder he lost his cool. Gonna be hard to set him straight again. Poor Gonk was so afraid someone would zero him that he turned his house into a death trap. But his family happened to walk into it. Went completely unhinged after what happened. Good thing you got to him first before he got off himself. Fire transfer to the front now. Alright, so a couple of these missions are actually, you have to drive back and forth to the garage, so we will actually talk to the fixer when we drive back to her.
This is N65, and these are your daily headlines. NCPD is embarrassed as a diner opposite to the Night City prison was almost robbed, as patrons of the diner lost nearly both their wallets and their appetites. But the would-be robbers were bounced like a hot check by a passing solo. The perpetrators were already on the doorstep of the prison after several gunshots were heard. NCPD has come under serious flack for letting crimes like these happen right under their noses. The perps, now dining in prison, have this to add. It would have got away with it if it weren't for the freak solo. Crime doesn't pay, especially if you don't have the stomach for it.
Cars are really, really bouncy in this game. I think that might have been my first vehicle explosion, actually.
Another tragic tale from Arroyo. A camp of displaced workers was the target of a heartless attack. 2 Militech devices were at the scene, and the refugees were unable to survive the onslaught. The hacker has since disappeared after several gunshots were heard in the area. Militech has shifted all responsibility for the lethal lead launchers onto a rogue netrunner. Further investigations reveal the Cyberpsycho was the result of a steaming hot relationship turned freezing cold after her frosty Valentino lover ghosted her when things got too hot for him.
Hey, did you hear about Militech's new mobile radar unit on the border? Well, it's bad for smuggling, bad for the Aldecados, and definitely bad for me. I want to know what makes it tick, but I need to get my hands on it first. Snatch me that radar, and I will make sure you're well compensated. Details attached.
I only nicked him, he's still alive. Alright, on the way back, I want to hit this.
Attention all NCPD subcons. Suspected organized crime activity reported near I-9. Perps in question tied to a series of robberies in the Badlands. Group is led by Bruce Ward. I repeat, Bruce Ward, affiliated with the so-called Wraiths gang. NC authorities have offered a reward for neutralizing the threat.
Target the other one.
Huh?
Huh?
What now?
I think I whistled the right one. Well, that's a little different. We'll make it work.
Just have to.
I grab him to the... No. I was just curious.
What's shaking, Night City? Your man Stan here. A quiz for you today. What awaits anyone trying to cross the border? See? Militech camp in the Badlands. How many unlucky border crossers are held there under the pretext of formalities and paperwork? 70?
Fucking rub. That's weird.
still alive. Also still alive. Alright, this mission's done. Where did I park that car? Should be up here on the hill.
Sleeping on the job. Or so that's what a local scavenger thought when he chose to investigate the area after a series of loud noises. He found a squad of unconscious Militech and an empty vault from space. He swears that both the guard's gear and vault's contents were gone before he arrived, and any item found in his stash is legitimate salvage, and bound by the universal law of finders keepers. Meanwhile, a flustered Militech spokesperson stated that the unconscious and nearly naked soldiers were part of a routine training exercise involving alcohol. Militech assured its clients that its soldiers are ready for anything and are the most adaptable soldiers in the market. I don't know about you, Night City, but guns and alcohol rarely go well together.
Fantastic job, B. Beautiful, really. My people are already tinkering with the radar. Militech is in for a little surprise. A job well done. Your payment is coming in hot.
Tell me about the Badlands. Not much going on out here, huh?
Au contraire, if you use your eyes and ears. This is an ecosystem. Nomads, Raf and Shiv, corporations, and drifters, they form a complete whole. Remove one part, the delicate balance topples.
There's always some place called the Badlands, Crossroads, Paradise, Pandora. Okay, next up, that's a car. That side job will work our way back southeast. We'll pretty much have to drive to the nearest. There's no tech near here, or speed travel thing near here, so we'll just go ahead and summon a vehicle. Oh, here it is.
Residents on Carnita Street describe hearing a howitzer in the area, and the result is a bunch of blacked-out 6th Street gangsters. Among them is most wanted Olga Elizabeth Longmead. Our sources tell us she is part of an ongoing schism within the 6th Street gang. NCPD have credited our subcon network for neutralizing Olga and her breakaway bunch. Remember, folks, united you stand, divided you fall unconscious.
I'm prepared to use excessive force.
Another cyberpsychosis mishap occurred at a construction site when an exosuit operator went berserk and killed most of his co-workers. An analyst has revealed that the exosuit was an illegal Militech combat rig. One witness described the incident as, "It was a freaking light show complete with lasers, explosions, and bullets. Then I started hearing loud bangs, like some sort of cannon, then it's all over. I'm just happy that the psycho didn't destroy the neighborhood." Militech issued a statement saying that trying to regulate the illegal arms trade is impossible, especially since they serve so many customers and serve in so many conflicts. The only safe solution is to buy a gun guaranteed to make an X out of the exosuit.
Hey, Raffins are hunting someone in the Badlands. The word psycho's been mentioned. Check it out. If it is a cyberpsycho, don't kill him. At least try not to. I have people who can get him into experimental therapy, and therapy doesn't work on the dead. Sending you the details.
So you can just track the bodies to this tower right here. Apparently it's some fresh fanatic converting Raffins in a pretty gruesome way. Watch your back. He might have military training. Witnesses claim they saw a silent old man wandering the Badlands, leaving a trail of bodies behind him. I was holding F way earlier than that. There's another mine at the top of this thing. Hammer of discipline.
Better not miss it.
Then he talks about how he wants to kill everybody or bring them to the lower gods. Just need to send that message over to Regina. Managed to incapacitate our guy, named Zion Wild. Had some burnt out military grade combat implants. Plucked his victims from the Raph and Shiv so that the lower gods could open up his passage to the sacred realm. Not sure if he prayed too hard or if those cinch circuits messed with his head, but something went seriously wrong. Maybe you'll be able to find out more. Looked up Zion Wild and dug up a list of military ops he took part in before dropping off the radar. Only time he pops up is getting caught urinating on City Hall. Eventually he ended up somewhere in Pacifica doing odd jobs for old war buddies. This conversion must have happened recently. Alright, next area. Oh, this is the mine. Okay, so this is the minefield like extends about this wide. I get, let's see, I wrote this down. I get, I think 22,000 engineering XP over the course of an hour of doing this. Now, that being said, I probably would have been better off throwing grenades at groups of enemies for an hour to raise my engineering XP. But it was there and I wanted to take care of it.
So, as much as I need you for this new gig, I know you need the adrenaline hit even more. There is a car sitting in the middle of a minefield out in the Badlands. I need you to grab it for me. The chances of you exploding are zero, but let's face it, isn't life one big minefield anyway? Details are in the attachment.
I almost had it. Stay still. There we go. So there's just some smugglers, and you just need to get through the minefield.
Fuck.
Another gonk who thought fate smiled on him.
He's probably smiling himself before he OD'd on Maelstrom's shipment.
It's what you get for sampling Maelstrom's supply. Strongest shit out there. Nothing else that can fire up their burnt-out synapses. Poor bastard. His output's probably out in Albuquerque waiting, unaware little Jiro's brain turned to jelly.
Bouncy ride. spin out of control when I'm going across these bumps. And try not to smash into any people on your way in. They just like to camp out in front of the garage. Like, look, right there and right here. They just there to... It's your own little minefield.
Well, well. These are the results I like to see. Until next time, sister. Gig closed.
Okay, next up, SOS Merc needed.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make her drink. Now, I've been trying to work with Iris Tanner for years, but the stubborn mare always brushes me off. Kind requests, the promise of good pay, none of it helped. Always the same response. I don't do biz with fixers. But today she has changed her tune. And why? She's been kidnapped by wraiths. Pettiness aside, if you help her, I bet she will finally toss me a bone. The gig details are attached. Go fetch me.
Babysit this chick and her shitty-ass wheels. Taking up all the space inside.
Relax, brother. Deep breath in, unclench that asshole, and go give them wheels a scrub.
Yeah, thanks.
Let's take a look before we go in. This is the mission we just did. Shaky ground with the mines. The Badlands are peppered with discarded mines from 2071. But listen up. A smuggler and his rig got stranded out in the middle of one of those minefields. Give me this stranded vehicle. Missing techie. Iris Tanner is the best tech specialist I've met in decades of living outside the city. Car broke down, trouble with water filters, ailing generator. Call Iris and give her 5 minutes with it. One thing she's not great with though, people. Reading them at least. Foolish girl started doing biz with the Wraith. Making them angry is bad, sure, but making them happy is almost worse. Rather than just pay for a job well done, they kidnapped her instead. You ask why they kidnapped someone who's capable of putting out an SOS from a rickety old radio? I, Dakota, Mad Coyote Smith, eldest daughter of the Pomo tribe, eldest fixer in the Badlands, will offer my expert opinion. They're stupid.
What difference does it make who you work for?
I don't like it when people take away my right to choose.
Always got a choice. A, you can get these motors purring, or B, get led to the brink. Think about it.
Took you long enough.
Iris Tanner, supposed to get you out of here. They didn't hurt you.
No, we were still in the negotiation phase. They made a pretty solid case, so it was only a matter of time. Push came to shove, I'd rather slave under Raffen than be chopped into little pieces.
We best get a move on.
I'm not going anywhere without my ride. It's sitting in the garage.
That wasn't in the spec. At least tell me it's fast, this ride of yours.
No, it wasn't the spec. And no, it's not particularly fast either. Let's say it's between you and me, huh? I'll make it worth your while.
We'll see how things play out.
Last fucking time. Sell you for scrap!
Thanks for taking care of my ride.
Don't mention it. Why didn't you want to work with Dakota before?
I'm not crazy about fixers. Might as well be pimps without the special favors.
Right.
I prefer lining up my own clients, playing by my own rules. When you're a lone wolf, there's no fixers waiting to steal a cut of your hard-earned cash.
So I take it this is an exception?
And the last, hopefully.
Festivities were cut short after the 6th Street Gang attempted to force a non-gang member from its party. The gangers were celebrating a recent heist and were about to distribute eddies and promotions. The fighting flattened all of this so-called militia. Witnesses described the scene as a freaking war zone, dude. Like they tried to throw out this armed lady, but then she chucked a couple of stun grenades and jumped like some sort of ninja. Then I heard several loud cannon shots and the 6th Street guys started falling one by one. I seen the cannon, my dude, and it looks like one of those rescues you see in war zones. Heck, I think it's called a grad, like that rescue rocket RD truck that goes whirr when firing. NCPD have rounded up the entire lot of inert freedom fighters and retrieved most of the stolen funds. Police also reported seeing bullet holes in many unusually large hollow pictures of acting Mayor Holt. Holt accuses his political rival of being connected to the 6th Street Gang. Real mercs don't celebrate until the gig is actually over.
Good enough. She warps. So right now she's just right outside the passenger door. Then she'll just warp up to you.
Shamai, sister.
Dakota. Iris Tanner, as per your request.
Sister.
Cut the bullshit, all right? I'm no one's sister. Just tell me what I have to do. After that, we're even.
She's not crazy about fixers.
No horse likes its saddle until it's hungry.
Only horse you've ever seen is in a picture book. Thanks for everything, V. Happy to return the favor sometime. Just make sure you get what she owes you.
V has nothing to worry about.
Thanks. Nice doing biz with you.
I'm listening.
We have a thievery mission. And these are cars, yeah. That will be done with this region. So the car wasn't there when I ran out. When you summon it, it generally appears behind you somewhere. Oh, come on. Now, in this thievery mission, nearby is Dex's gun. I will go ahead and claim it during this recording, but on my actual playthrough, I'm going to leave the gun there because I don't know if I'm going to interfere with any future quests. I'll show you what I mean. When we get to Dex's gun, I'll show you what I mean. But just know that on my actual playthrough, I'm leaving the gun where it is.
NCPD has announced the neutralization of wanted criminal Paul Craven and his Wraith gang. Witnesses also heard a series of blasts and have seen several strangely attired individuals exit the area. An onlooker describes it as, "Man, first I saw this chick blast 2 cars with her hand cannon. Dude, then she just went ham on them, letting a couple shots rip. After that, a group of guys exited the area, but they're dressed differently and, like, I don't think they even have AUGs like us. Or at least I didn't see any. It's as if they come from a different timeline. Are we watching a dream that we'll never wake up from?" This has been N65 Daily Updates.
Hey V, I have some new work for you. A certain item needs to be salvaged from the landfill before some gonks chop it to pieces. I've attached some more details for you.
There's this kid. Folks call him Joe. Red Joe. Now this Joe kid has talent. Knows his hooks and jabs. I swear he could knock a horse's teeth out. Point is, kid's got what it takes to go pro. Problem is, coaches aren't easy to come by in the Badlands. But lo and behold, word is a next-gen sparring bot landed in a scrapyard there. Still in working order. That's city folk for ya. Second a piece of tech glitches, it gets tossed on the trash, soft included. Anyway, back to the bot. If I didn't download its software before they recycle into metal straws or whatever it is NC people like. Oh, and one more thing, the guy that runs the landfill, watch out for him. Real piece of work.
What a beautiful dump you've got here.
Fuck you.
Looking for a training bot. Heard it might have passed through your hands.
Training bot, you say? Let me see. Perhaps you want Dalbot. Slightly worn and torn, missing legs, but...
Tempting, but no, thanks.
Suit yourself. Training bot. Yes, I have one, but only for sale, and it won't be cheap.
If you say you take the bot or take his life, the window shuts down and you have to fight your way through. If you pay him, he will send the car out and you just get the bot from the back of it.
What do you take me for, a gonk? Clunkers like that selling kabuki bazaars for ennies at the most.
If you come here just for that, it must be worth more.
Maybe a little, but not as much as you're trying to fleece me for.
Okay, fine. I take it down a notch. Now hurry up and pay.
Of course I've got the money for it, but as a matter of principle, it's fine. We're not going to pay him off for that. V obviously thinks that this is not worth the money. So I don't know how much of a training bot would be, but not for 15,000 apparently. Alright, so there's a couple workers. Whoops. There's a couple workers in here, so that you want to watch out for. But what you're...
I don't know. Can hammer out the body, no problem, but the engine won't pull. Needs a new crankshaft.
Crankshaft, huh? Someone around here somewhere. Over there.
Seriously? Come on, let's go look.
Alright, so this is the junction where you turn right to get to the junkyard. Over here is where you'll find Dex. So let's go ahead and head over there, and you'll see why I'm thinking that if I check it out now, maybe I am glitching a future quest. I don't know. I do know that when I was exploring this entire region, I found something called Judy's scuba diving suit, and I couldn't actually unequip it. So it's clearly marked as a quest item. I'm pretty sure I was not supposed to have picked it up early. Dex's gun is probably fine, but I'm not in any need of new guns, and I can just leave it here until such a time I'm ready to pick it up. Let's go and show it off. Boom, boom. Alright, so here's Dex in all his glory. He's got Plan B. Bullets have a higher chance to apply bleeding, but keep an eye on your wallet. Every shot costs you eddies. Let's go and equip that. You can see that I have bullets on the bottom right. Each shot is literally 1 eddy, I guess. And it's saved for shooting, whatever. Okay, so the reason why I think this is weird, kind of a weird quest, if it was just him by himself, I would totally grab it and keep it as part of the playthrough, but when you open this, the fridge, there's a body inside, and you might just be able to totally ignore it, except that, for whatever reason, this is an interactable object, but I can't do anything with it right now. So I'm thinking that this is something that I might see down the line as a quest. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a reference to Indiana Jones. I don't know. Zoom, zoom. I figured I needed to at least record showing it off, since the #1 commenter of the Cyberpunk videos, AL, made special mention of Dex's gun. I'm not actually sure how good it is compared to normal guns. We actually take a look at its stats. Inventory. This is 370 DPS, 88 and 108 damage per shot. Now, one of the things I found as a nice little habit is sometimes you can't actually look at the gun. Maybe it's probably because it's too long is what I'm thinking. So what you need to do is, it needs to be the first thing you hover over. So go to inventory, and then the first thing I hover over, and I'll get this weird glitchy jumping thing. But I can see clearly that's 679 DPS at the top. About 200 damage per shot with a 4 headshot multiplier. This is about 100 damage per shot with a 1.2 headshot multiplier. No, headshots are not everything, but with my current setup is mostly a sneak around, shoot people in the back of the head build. It's an interesting souvenir, but obviously it didn't serve Dex well enough. We're gonna deposit the item.
Beautiful, V. Red Joe's training starts tomorrow. Then it won't be long until you hear his name again. He has potential, that boy. Nice work. Until next time.
Alright, and so the next recording session I do will involve the quests on this side. So we'll sweep down and collect these until we meet the next fixer, Mr. Hands. So if there's any area, any content, such as this Javelina, or Javelina, I can't get there without getting Hands to call me, or at least I can't go through this area. Maybe I can go around here. I want to try to separate the fixers into their own little sections here. And I'm thinking this is the correct direction to go, because if I look here, it says very low danger. Very low side jaw danger, whereas like all this stuff is moderate danger, even if I don't know what it is. So if I look here, as a crime, moderate danger. I guess we will be looping back. So this is where we started. We went around this way. Paid our respects to Jackie's family, and then I got killed, but realizing that the gangsters are much tougher than I realized. So we went through here, explored all of this, and now next we'll go hit all of this, and then sweep back up through Pacifica and into Haywood, and then the city center. That's the current route I'm thinking of before we ever even talk to Takamura for playing for time. All right, thank you very much for watching Tran win Cyberpunk 2077. I'll see you next time.